another beautiful, amazing day to all people of the way. Welcome to yet another edition of Thriving Thursdays.
And today we have decided to speak about the importance of personal development and the tools that are available for us to utilize to be able to enhance ourselves, our skill sets, and the value that we provide to the world.
Absolutely, indeed. And I'm not sure how clearly y'all can read this, but I wanted to wear my shirt that says, "Thanks for playing," because in the spirit of Thanksgiving and the topic that we're going to dive into today, this is essentially what life says to us when we bring the fullness of who we are and fulfill our utmost potential through the way that we develop ourselves in those key ways that Samantha just mentioned. And so we wanted to expand upon why it's so important to develop ourselves, as well as go into some of the tools that literally any one of us can tap into today. We're living in such an incredible time where we have more at our disposal for free at no cost to us that we can take advantage to up-level ourselves and to dive into what makes us particularly unique in terms of the value that we bring into the world. And we'd like to start off with this video clip by Jim Rohn on the subject of taking charge of our life. He lists some key components to the importance of developing ourselves and why. Let's roll this clip.
Here's the big challenge of life. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. That's the challenge. And of course, the other side of the coin reads, unless you change how you are, you'll always have what you got. I have found in my experience that income does not far exceed personal development. Now, sometimes income takes a lucky jump, but sure enough, unless you grow out where it is, it'll usually come back where you are. Life has strange ways. If somebody hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly, so you get to keep the money. Otherwise, sure enough, it'll disappear. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Incredible. Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development. See, the major question to ask on the job is not what are you getting? The major question to ask on the job is what are you becoming? See, the big question is not what am I getting paid here? The big question is what am I becoming here? Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become. So that's our major subject for tonight, personal development.
Well, that really couldn't have been said any better by Jim Rohn. We can have more than we've got because we can become more than we are. That is so powerful. And the essence of that quote and his talk really is that it's all up to us to become more of what we are meant to experience even more of what this life has to offer and more of what we really want out of it. And that's precisely why personal development is so important. And Samantha and I actually have a starting list of tools that anyone can tap into, no matter what their circumstances are, to begin developing themselves, different aspects of themselves. These are tools readily available to just about anyone that has the will and the desire to become more. And so, without further ado, we'll let Samantha introduce the first couple of tools we all have access to.
Yes, thank you, my love. So the first of the tools that we will look into is planning and goal setting. As stated in the quote, those who fail to prepare, prepare to fail. It is important to recognize how planning and goal setting creates a path for us to envision the end game of what we want to accomplish and provides us with structure to enable us to take the appropriate steps. The next tool is self-care. Yes, that's right, looking after yourself. Because ultimately, when you put yourself first, you nourish your body with good food. You nurture your mind and spirit with activities that encourage positive and constructive thinking, and you take care of your being through physical training. This activates your core and brings radiance to all aspects of who you are, allowing you to be your best self and to give your best to all that you do.
The next tool we have here is the combination of reading, listening, and watching material that expands our mind and inspires us. When we read books and we feel into the spirit of the authors that penned these works of literature, we are able to tap into their spirit and allow for their soul to do its work on us. In this very same way that when we listen to music, the power of music allows for that musician to leave their mark on our soul. And we are inspired, we are moved by the way their soul interpreted the world in their own unique way. And that opens our mind and expands our imagination of what is possible, to see what is possible. And that's why it's so important to read and listen to materials that are positive, constructive, and allow us to continue to see what's possible for ourselves, as well as watching things on YouTube, watching movies, watching documentaries, watching material that, again, expands our mind and allows for us to see the ways in which other people, through their example, have become more, through their courage, through the way in which they live their lives with integrity, and so on. They allow for their example to work on us, and that allows for us to see what we can do. And that leads beautifully into the next tool that we can take advantage of, that just about anyone can. And that's attending a seminar or retreat. When we take ourselves out of a familiar surrounding, when we put ourselves in another environment that has more of the energy that we want to embody and encapsulate, surrounded by people that are like-minded, that also have the same mental disposition, the same vision for their life when it comes to developing the qualities that they want to become the person that will leave the biggest mark, the biggest influence on the world around them. That makes a huge difference when we listen to people speaking at these events and we connect with those around us. We have conversations that, again, expand our mind, that allow us to see what is possible. And that's such a powerful thing.
It is, absolutely. And so the next tool that we have is meditation and visualization. So through meditation, we are able to quiet the mind and drop into our body. Our body has all the answers, and to be present with it without the distractions enables us to really listen. Also allowing for the mind to ground itself and catch up with what the spirit knows and the body feels to be true. Visualization through meditation becomes clearer, direct, and precise. Visualization is so important because what you see in your mind, feel in your heart, and believe in your spirit is the reality that you will manifest for yourself. And last but not least, in the list of tools that we have for you today is acquiring the assistance of a mentor or coach. Finding people that embody the qualities and skill sets that you desire to develop for yourself is a great way of acquiring the knowledge you require. You become the company you keep. So surround yourself with people who inspire you, empower you, and want to see you thrive in life.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, those were just some of the tools You see Samantha blending into the background a bit.
I'm running
She's
into
one.
the universe.
Yeah, she's one with the universe, like we all are. Yeah, so we appreciate you, baby girl, going into just a few of the tools that we all can leverage and use in today's day and age. And this is very much overview week. This week we're introducing topics of discussion that we're going to go into more detail as this platform matures, as we continue putting out content and diving in much deeper, one by one, into all the topics that we bring up, right? There's always something that we'll be able to talk about with you guys from our perspective that have helped us and that continue to help us on our journey with all of you as well. So yeah, we really look forward to diving even deeper, because we're going to get into some really nitty-gritty, hard-hitting topics that have helped us integrate a lot of aspects of our ego, that have taught us a lot of lessons, and that have made us even more rich, even more fuller individuals as a result.
Absolutely. And thank you again for joining us on today's episode.
Absolutely. Until next time, thank you for tuning in.